Hey guys, MichaelBtheGameGenie here, and on today's video I want to talk about Arcade1Up excitement because the pre-orders for Arcade1Up Killer Instinct are finally starting to ship, and people should have them in their arcades and game rooms as early as this weekend and early next week. But what I want to know today specifically is, are you still getting your Arcade1Up Killer Instinct 3/4 scale machine? Or did the announcement of the Pro Series make you cancel that order and wait for the Pro Series? We'll talk about this more right after this. So that's right guys, one of the worst kept secret in Arcade1Up's arsenal was the Pro line, or as it's now known, Pro Series, that was officially announced at CES 2022. And while the Pro Series was in no way a surprise, what was surprising was the first game they announced being Killer Instinct, coming out in potentially spring of this year. But with Killer Instinct coming out in spring of this year in the Pro Series, Arcade1Up's 3/4 scale version of Killer Instinct still hadn't fully shipped and made it to people's homes. So the question is, how many people are going to cancel these orders and move on to the Pro Series? Ever since CES last year, Arcade1Up enthusiasts have been frothing at the mouth, waiting for their opportunity to get their hands on Killer Instinct from Arcade1Up. Of course, we've all seen early review gameplay from Twisted Chris, but we want to get our hands on this machine ourselves. So after waiting almost a full year for this to hit store shelves, what's surprising is some people have canceled their pre-order, and it's not because of lack of waiting, but it's because Arcade1Up have already outdid themselves by announcing a better version of this machine before it even hit consumers' homes. That's right, at CES 2022, Arcade1Up, as part of their announcements, announced the first official Pro Series machine. They announced their Pro line, and the first machine they announced, for some reason, was Killer Instinct. And a lot of us are left scratching our heads as to why that would be the first machine. Of course, we all know that with the biggest arcade enthusiasts in this community and the fighting community, everybody's frothing to the mouth for Killer Instinct. So of course they want to play off that excitement. But the thing is, doesn't it create competition for your already released 3/4 scale? It's interesting to see what Arcade1Up thinks about this, as I know they think that this machine is not going to hit with the regular consumer. So they think that their machines for the masses are the 3/4 scale, while this is for the more hardcore gamers. What I don't think they understand is that mass market and the hardcore gamer market is probably a lot closer than what they think it is. Anyways, let's take a look at the Pro Series and find out what features are going to be included. So it's going to have an increased size over a standard Arcade1Up machine. It features a new 19-inch LCD. So the rumored and long-waited 19-inch LCD is being put in. But one thing that's extremely interesting is it's going to have a 5x4 screen. As you guys know, most retro games, including Killer Instinct, were originally done in a 4x3 aspect ratio. So of course, it's not going to appear perfectly on the screen. From what I understand, they're not going to stretch it out to fit the 5x4 monitor, but it's going to have more of like a pixel perfect type picture with some black bars on the screen to represent the proper shape of the machine. Of course, we all know if this is a BOE monitor, it will be interesting to see with the new 19-inch monitor what it is, but if it's anything like the BEO, that monitor is beautiful with great colors. They're saying it's going to have stunning vibrancy, contrast and viewing angles, upgraded speakers, which I did confirm with John D. I had made some comments on Super Game Room Dude saying that hopefully the speakers aren't as bad as the latest wave of 3/4, but he's saying these are upgraded, so I expect the best of the best with this. And of course, they're going to have faux chrome trim, which a lot of people are back and forth with. Faux chrome trim. I don't think that was necessarily necessary. So, I mean, it's the same trim that we're getting on our Arcade1Ups already, so it's not T-molding, it's just trim. Maybe the trim is T-molding. I'm not sure. I need clarification on that, but it's going to be faux chrome, so it'll look kind of like the Legends Ultimate and stuff like that. I'm sure in person it'll look fantastic. It's also going to have something else I love. Like, they've moved it to the molded coin doors, but one of the things I kept talking about when I did my review for Simpsons and for X-Men was it'd be cool if they lit up, but this will have light up buttons right here, I don't know if I could move in a little bit, but these coin slots right here will in fact light up. So that's a huge, awesome touch. The cabinet's going to be wider, it's going to be taller. The control panel is going to have more room between the buttons, so it feels more like the real arcade machine. We've talked about it a million times, and Twisted Chris said it himself. He had a lot of problem on the 3/4 scale doing ultimate combos, and it wasn't so much the quality of the buttons, but it was the spacing of the buttons, how cramped your hands were around the buttons and the joysticks. So that extra room is going to make a big difference. Speaking of the controls have also been upgraded, and we're getting, where is it down here? Suzo Hap joysticks and buttons. Now, we don't know the quality because there's different levels of quality for Suzo Hap joysticks and buttons, but we'll see what's happening here now. The big thing that people are kind of caught back by, when they thought Pro Series, they thought for some reason they were going to get 30 games on a cabinet or something like that, but the games lineup is the exact same right now as with the 3/4 scale cabinet, so I think people are a little caught off guard by that. Another thing people are surprisingly excited about is this resistance mat that's coming out here, but the thing is, the resistance, or what do they call it exactly, anti-fatigue mat, it's spread out that way and not across, so it's not going to be able to fit 2-player, and it comes with this new Pro stool that also has a backrest. People are jokingly call it a chair. I mean, I don't know if you need both, but maybe one person can sit and one person can use the angled mat. Really, the mat should be horizontal and not vertical, but you know, Arcade1Up, horizontal and vertical, the joke writes itself. So for those of you sticking with the 3/4 scale, you're still getting a pretty awesome machine here. One of the things, it has the extra side panel here, so the machine will be taller, not as tall as the Legacy cabinet and not as wall-head. The controls are the stock Arcade1Up controls, and you know the quality on those, while the buttons, also same quality level. It's got the faux coin door that's molded, but these don't light up. Same game lineup, 17-inch screen, marquee washed out. Apparently the marquee on the new cabinet is going to be upgraded, so, you know, that's a reason for changing too. This machine does come with a riser as well, so I know my buddy WKRP in Cincinnati won't like that, as he's always asked for the riserless design, but there it is. Exact same games. You guys really aren't going to be getting anything new on the Pro cabinet other than size and quality. So it's up to you. The question is, are you going to wait? You can have Killer Instinct 3/4 scale now and live with the limitations, or you can wait until spring 2022 or possibly even later for the Pro Series to come out. And really, that is the meat of the potato right now. The question, are you going to stick with your 3/4 scale cabinet, or are you just going to wait for the Pro? I know most people are saying, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the Pro. I've heard a lot of feedback about that. While other people are like, you know, I've already got a litany of 3/4 scale cabinets. I'm probably just going to stick it out with that. I don't think there is really any wrong answer here. Like, one option is to just get it now, get the 3/4 scale cabinet, and when the Pro Series comes out, just sell your 3/4 scale and buy the Pro Series. I mean, it's not rocket science. There's no reason you can't do both. If you're struck financially and you can only afford to get one, and you're unclear on whether or not you'll be able to sell your 3/4 scale Killer Instinct later, obviously that's a different conversation. I don't know what the right answer is, but I will tell you, the announcement of the Pro Series and seeing it officially out there has changed my view on Arcade1Up buying just a little bit. Like, I've got a full game room right now. I've been pretty rampant with turfing stuff out so I can bring new stuff in, and maybe with the inclusion of the Pro Series, maybe this has changed my mind how I'm going to collect these cabinets going forward. Maybe instead of me jumping to buy every cabinet, I'm going to wait for the Pro Series. I know this is where you all laugh at me and say, oh, Michael B's going to buy them all anyways. That's probably true. But, you know, I'm leaning towards right now seeing some of the new Legacy cabinets, like you've got that beautiful Centipede, but why not wait? Maybe somewhere down the line they're going to do a Pro Centipede, and that'll look more like the real arcade cabinet, and maybe even have vertical screen so I can wait. So I'm in that weird place right now where I really like the new 3/4 scale stuff they're coming out with, but maybe I want to be an exclusive Pro guy. There's another problem with that as well, too, because as we know right now, the Pro cabinets are going to be Arcade1Up direct purchases. So they're only going to be available from the website. That's what we're hearing from Twisted Chris. He's really good friends with John D. I haven't seen official confirmation, but it looks like they're going to be exclusive from the website. Where I live in Canada, if I can't get this through a retailer, I'm paying insane amounts for shipping and then tax and duty. So on top of whatever the price is going to be, because these are expensive, somewhere between $1,000 and $1,200 US, then you add in another $400 to $500 for shipping and duty, and this becomes insanely expensive. So the other thing is, I want to wait and see if this will be available at retailers. Anyways, guys, let me know. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep your 3/4 scale Arcade1Up Killer Instinct and then never get the Pro? Or are you going to get the Arcade1Up 3/4 scale Killer Instinct and eventually swap it out for the Pro? Or did you cancel your pre-order and you're just going to wait for the Pro Series to come out? How do you feel about the Pro Series? Is this something that you are interested in? Are you one of those supposed hardcore gamers Arcade1Up have been talking about? And are you going to swap your machines out coming up and start buying all Pro line? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for checking out my video. My cat is determined to knock over every arcade here in the background. We'll see you on Super Game Room Dudes tonight. Thank you once again for hanging upstairs with us. Your boy here, Michael B. the Game Genie. Let's get started, and I'll talk to you next time.